farther ado, Earl, let's get into what we're going to talk about today. How you doing?
Doing great, doing great. Thanks for having me today. I really appreciate it.
Yeah. So give a little bit of background in 2 minutes or less, kind of, who you are, what you're up to in terms of business brokerage, and then I'll kind of put it over to you to share what you want to share today. I might jump in and ask some clarifying questions if I need to, or we'll just see where the conversation takes us. And at the end, we'll do some Q&A. So I think this is a really big opportunity for all our agents. It's probably nothing that you've really heard of yet. And if you have heard of it, you probably don't know the details. So this has been something that's been in the works for a very long time. Behind the scenes, Earl and some of his partners have been working on it. Gosh, I don't know for how long, Earl, well over a year. I know that.
Yes.
So I'm excited. So go ahead. I'll turn it over to you, Earl.
Yeah, so I think the best part of the conversation I could have with you all is how many of you know Jay Kinder, Michael Reese, those guys? How many of you know them? Yeah. So in 2011, we met and I did some strategic planning with Jay and Mike, and also Cliff Freeman. How many of you know Cliff Freeman? Cliff was also in that coaching. So I coached those guys back in 2012, a good part of that year, and we did the strategic planning in 11. I actually went to the World Series with those guys, Texas and St. Louis. We had a really good time. And then just a few months after that, I had the opportunity to get connected to my now partner. And I'll go into more detail, but he has been a business broker for like 42 years. I've been a business coach for like 38 years, coached a little over 1,800 businesses in my organization. And I've been a business broker since about 2014 with Nick, 2012 overall. So I'm going to share some things on a screen. I want to be sure I can share my screen, AJ, before I attempt it.
Yeah, Biella, if you're listening, if you could make sure Earl has sharing permissions, that would be awesome. Go ahead and try, Earl.
Okay. Yeah. So anyway, having been a business coach for many years, I'll just share with you a little history. The average business we work with will double in 3 years or less in revenue and increase their profitability 5 to 6 times. So what we did was we would grow businesses, and then beginning in about 2012, we began to realize that a lot of these businesses were in a position where they needed an exit strategy. So we would then become a business broker and find the buyer for their business. In some cases, we had other businesses that wanted to expand. So they wanted to find additional locations that were already in place. So they might buy an existing business in their industry or service or profession. So we've been doing this for a long time, very successfully. And let's see, I'm going to try one more time on the share screen. Still says I can't get in. So in relation to that, I started interacting with Jeff. Jeff is our fearless leader. He's who brought us on. So I guess Jeff was connected through AJ through Cliff, which also was kind of interesting with the background and everything, and then Brent Gove. So Jeff and I and Brent got connected, and Brent said, you've got to make this available to my group. I did a presentation for his group here in, I think it was maybe June 28th, something like that. And so I'm going to present an opportunity for all of you guys today. And the opportunity really is this. Many of you, and let me just get a show of hands. How many of you have ever sold a piece of real estate or sold a property for a business owner as your client? How many of you have ever done that? I'm going to guess most everybody has once had a business owner as a client. So imagine for a moment you're interacting with a business owner client for other reasons. We have a number of services that we offer to business clients that by you introducing us to those clients, you will receive 20% of any revenue we generate. So I'll give you just a couple of examples, if you will. So interacting with a dentist, and the dentist in 2012, we started coaching him. And over the period of time of coaching him, he had paid us over $1 million in coaching fees. So the person that would introduce us to that individual would get 20%. If you take $1 million times 20% just on the coaching, that's $200,000 of referral commission fees to a CPA or B2B relationship to that CPA that they introduced us to. We have put that program in place for all of you. So whether we're doing business valuations, business planning, virtual CFO services, financing of properties, or financing of businesses, exit planning services, whatever the case may be, when we generate that revenue, we pay you 20% because you introduced the relationship to us. Now, what many times happens is we'll work with a business owner, we'll grow their business, and then they're looking either for a venture capitalist, a mergers and acquisition opportunity, or actually they want to sell their business. In any of those types of situations where we get paid, you would get paid. So in my example of the dentist, he had paid us $1 million in coaching fees. We grew his business from $350,000 a month, or 4.2 million of revenue, to over $8.5 million of revenue in 18 months. We grew his profit from $400,000 to $2.6 million in that 18 months. He continued to work with us for about 6 years, and we grew his revenue to $36 million, and we grew his EBITDA, or if you would, net income, to about $8 million, and we found a $40 million buyer for him. Now, on 40 million, we make about 6%. That's 2.4 million. If that had been someone you introduced to us, in addition to 200,000 on the coaching arrangement, you would have gotten almost $500,000 in commission on the 20% referral of that client. And so regardless of the size of client, that's a really good example of how you can make money. A number of real estate agents we have found have seen a drop in their commissions. So by recommending to business owner friends, relationships in the area, we're able to actually make some additional income for you through those referrals. So if you've had a $60,000 or $100,000 reduction in commissions on real estate sales, you could easily make that up through referrals to us. So in relation to some other examples, we were working with a business that actually sells museum cabinets. And museum cabinet maker, he had a buyer out of Germany. It was for $9 million. And again, with our commissions, it says John is the host now. Does that mean I can be a host? So anyway, with that particular business, $9 million sale, again, we would earn about $900,000 in commission when we do a sale like that. We'll make sure everybody can see my screen okay. Loading, there we are. Everybody see that fine now?
Perfect.
Excellent. All right. So The program that we're putting in place is called Maximizing Your Referral Potential. And so just to walk through this a little bit more, I'm the CEO of the Empowered Business Brokers, as well as the CEO of 4 other companies that we provide services through. One of them is called Path in Pursuit. Been a business coach for a number of years, coached over 1,800 businesses. When I do deals personally, they tend to be $5 million plus up to maybe $100 million deals. I have 4 children. I have 17 grandchildren and 3 great-grandchildren. I've been married for 45 years. And so I really believe in helping business owners improve their quality of life. And so in working with Jay and working with Michael, one of the things I always talk to them about is you're working way too many hours. You're working so hard that you need to understand business is a tool that enables you to live the life you desire. Business is not life. And as I said, I partnered with Nick Guglielza, and Nick is an Italian. He's been in business brokerage since 1981. Nick has done a lot of development of franchises. His organization, the Empire Business Brokerage that partnered with me, was the #1 business brokerage firm according to Entrepreneur Magazine in the country. We've grown to 71 offices, so it's not just me, it's not just him. We have a number of offices that can refer, that business can be referred to. We have over 3,200 commercial lending sources. And as I said, we built our business together. So along those lines, the program that we're going to be doing is an opportunity for each of you to learn how to get more referrals. I taught Jay and Michael a fantastic referral process that I can teach each of you. So I've developed a course, it's a 6-week course to teach you how to use business owner referrals to increase your income. So the program is about maximizing income opportunities, how to get referrals, how to develop strategic alliance, how to clarify needs of business owners, how to help business owners accelerate their growth, and eventually be able to sell their businesses. So in that program, we build strong prospect and client relationships that lead to powerful referrals, and it creates a win-win scenario. All of these different things you see on the screen are opportunities that you can actually earn 20% in working with us. Business brokerage sales, business coaching, we do business valuations, we take businesses and turn them into franchises. We have virtual CFO services. When there's sons and daughters that are taking over businesses with their family, many times we're working on exit planning strategies, succession planning. We have interactive business plans. We recently worked on a business that was a $20 million sale, and we saved them $6 million in taxes on the sale. We can do that on real estate sales as well as business. We have private equity and impact funds, and we have lenders and loan programs. All of those things are ways you can make money. You'll see over here from time to time in my presentation what is called a QR code. If any of you are familiar with that, you take your phone, you put it up on that QR code, and it will take you directly to our landing page. The other way, as you can see on the screen, you can get to our landing page is empoweredbusinessbrokers.com. I encourage each of you to do that while we're on the call today, because at the bottom of the screen of our landing page is an opportunity to sign up for our 6-week. It's a free course that will teach you how to maximize referrals in your business. So again, the business brokerage deals that would come down from referrals, we would pay you 20%. In addition to that, any ancillary business owner services, you would get 20%. We'll show you through our referral process how you can increase your real estate sales by as much as 50% a year. And we'll show you how to develop strategic alliances with CPAs, marketing companies, and other B2B relationships. So to give you my examples, the example I gave you earlier, Scott Westermeyer was my client in Buffalo, New York, a dental office. Again, he had a $4 million business. We grew to $8 million in 18 months. We grew to $36 million in a little over 7 years. He sold his business for over $40 million. The referrer to us would earn $820,000 in that deal. Brett Danielson was the cabinet maker, and when we coached him for 3 years, he sold his business for $9 million. 20% to the referrer was $320,000. Another dentist was introduced to us. We closed on that in August of last year. It was $1,750,000 sale, $17,500,000 sale, I mean. We coached him for 5 years, and the total referral revenue was $500,000. We coached this business 6 months. That business grew from about $3 million a year to $8 million. He was offered $4 million when we started coaching him 6 months previously. 6 months later, he was offered $11 million. The commission to the referrer was $260,000. Again, if you're interested in earning more money, here is that scan me, use your phone to do that. But here's an example of just kind of, you'll run into these people every day. It's a business that's earning $2 million of revenue, and we're going to work with that person 3 years. So in 3 years, that $2 million business will grow it to $4 million, but the business coaching, we would pay you a commission of about $30,000 based on 20%. On our ancillary services I showed you earlier, you get another $40,000 based on the 20%. Assuming we sold the business for $4 million, we got a commission of $400,000. We pay you 20% of that, that's $80,000. And then if you were to look at that and add those together, the total referral fees for one $2 million client that we've done in the past would be about $150,000 to you. If you learned our referral process, you learned how to develop strategic alliances, you take our 6-week course, I believe you can get 5 of those clients over that 3-year period of time, which is a revenue opportunity, 5 times 150, $750,000 to anyone in our course that learns it. And obviously you apply what you learn, you got a great opportunity to make extra income. Again, those incentives will be there, but another thing we'll teach you to do is how you can incentivize other relationships around you to bring people to you. How you can use your expertise to get referrals and what organizations you can get those referrals from that are business owners. How you would learn to follow up on any opportunities you might have through networking, and how you ask for referrals. I've taught financial advisors and CPAs how to ask for referrals. I've got a client right now that has gotten 90 referrals and generated over $2 million of additional revenue from those referrals. What you look for with business owner clients is, do they have growth potential? Would they like to grow their business? Would they be open to the changes necessary to grow their business? Are they needing someone to hold them accountable to growing their business? Do they have a desire for improvement? Again, if we run into a business, it could be $1 million business, a $2 million business, it could be a $5 million business, it could be a $50 million business. We've been able to help those businesses grow substantially. We'll teach you how to identify the best referral opportunities, how to utilize a referral process. You'll learn something called the wheel, hub, and spoke referral system. We're going to make sure you understand how to make those referral introductions to us. And then we track everything. We have a CRM, and it's set up when you click on that QR code and put your name in as a referrer to us. Anytime you then introduce us to a business owner, you can benefit from this program. So what I'm saying there is, if you go to our landing page, Empowered Business Brokers, there's a form that you fill out as a real estate agent, and we'll always have you in the database. At any time you run into a business owner, you're entitled to that 20%. We will help you to give us the right information to work with the clients. We'll put together a model that you'll see on a week-to-week basis how we're interacting with your clients. And so this is the program. This is the 6 weeks. We're going to master the referral process and best practices. We're going to show you how to expand your network through strategic alliance. We're going to show you how to maximize income opportunities through working with business owners. We're going to help you increase your clients' business value and wealth. We're going to accelerate their growth through coaching. And we're going to show you how business brokerage, how working with clients who want to sell their business can be very profitable to you. You'll see on here that our dates for the free course, and again, there's no cost for this course. You enroll, and in that 6-week period of time, every week we'll be showing you what to do application-wise to reach out to business owners so that they can do business with you. By the way, on those deals I showed you, many times when business owners work with us and they want to expand, they're looking to buy additional real estate. They're looking to buy additional businesses. Every transaction we do, even before they sell their business, you participate in. So if you register now, we're doing one of our courses September 12th at 10 a.m. Eastern time. And I'm doing another one on September 14th to give anyone and everyone 2 different opportunities to start the course. Again, the next steps are, look at this either empoweredbusinessbrokers.com website, hit on your phone this QR code and just scan it. Either one of those will take you where you need to go. And on the bottom of the form that you'll see in our landing page, it'll look like this. Unlock the revenue streams, the 6-week course. Just need your name, your email, your phone, and which date you would like to attend. So that's what I wanted to share with all of you today. I believe that each of you have a tremendous opportunity. This is our actual site that you would go to. You'll see there's Brent because he's really high on the course. Here's our frequently asked questions, information on Nick, information on me, all the services. You fill out this refer now, or you go down here and you actually fill out that you would like to take the course. I'd recommend you do both. That way we can do everything possible to help you to succeed. That was what I wanted to share today. AJ, any questions anybody has, I'm here to answer those questions. hopefully that helped you to understand clearly the opportunity.
Yeah, thanks for sharing, Earl. I'll jump in, and if you guys have questions, you can raise your hand or put them in the chat. So just, I'm sure all this is covered in the course, and everyone should sign up. Earl has nothing to sell. This is a new division of EXP through the commercial division, and it's all just a value add for the agents at EXP. And Earl's a game changer. He's part of the group, so that's pretty cool. So if I'm a real estate agent, the first thing I'm thinking is, well, I'm doing 20, 30, 40, 50 deals a year. Surely some of them are business owners. So now I got kind of, I guess, this additional stream of income potentially where I can be having an additional script during my relationship with them to kind of, I sign the listing, I get that relationship going first. I'm not trying to lay it all out there at the listing table, but once I have that relationship, or if I have past clients I can think of, I'm kind of thinking like, well, hey, that person said they owned a landscaping supply company or a dentist's office, or they're a chiropractor. And I wonder how I could start to navigate this and potentially just establish a new business. Is it as simple as, saying I have a partner named Earl with the business advisory division of EXP, and he coaches businesses like yours to triple, quadruple their business and then eventually help them sell it? Is it a script like that with existing relationships?
It can be like that. It can also be like this, AJ. So, I found in working with and talking to business owners that most business owners have some challenges in trying to accomplish their goals. What is your greatest challenge in growing your business? And they answer the question, you say, can I make a suggestion? My suggestion would be that I introduce you to one of our advisory partners in the business side of EXP, and his name is Earl Kemper. He will then just learn of your challenges, and I'm not going to say I know he can help you, but I would tell you this. If he understands your challenge, he's worked with over 1,800 business owners in his companies over the last 38 years. I believe he might be able to help you grow your business, increase your income. And if you are considering either buying businesses or considering selling your businesses in the next 5 years, he's really someone I think you should meet. That would be kind of the scripting, if you will, AJ, and it's recorded.
Awesome. And that'll be part of the course, I'm sure.
Yes.
Awesome. So that's really cool. I think if I'm your client, you're my real estate agent, and you reach out to me as a past client, or maybe we're in the middle of a deal together, and you start to kind of help me on this side too, I think it gives the agent a lot of credibility. It kind of, the reality is, guys, a lot of regular people out there kind of look at real estate agents as like a subpar profession. It's like lawyers, real estate agents, and like used car salespeople. A lot of times agents have the best reputation. That's the reality of our industry. And it's up to all of us to really fight that on the initial contact with our clients to overcome that stigma we might have. And I think this tool in our tool belt, this scripting we can use helps elevate us in the eyes of our clients, because now we have a friend named Earl who's a business advisor, and he can take them on this journey that could really help their business. So I think that's pretty cool too. Great way to reach out to past clients too. You got a reason to call them. People are always like, well, I don't call my past clients because I don't know what to say. Well, if you got some that were business owners that you can think of over the last 5-10 years since you've been selling, make a list, and then you can actually call them with a script. Hey, I was just thinking of you because I just got off this call with a new division at EXP, and then go into the script, so.
What's interesting, AJ, is about 67% of all businesses are going to change hands in the next 7 years.
Wow.
So imagine the opportunity that there is to interact with business people that are considering an exit in the next 5 years, 3 years, 2 years, 1 year. And many of them, if you catch them on a bad day, they're ready today, to sell their business. But if you catch them on a good day, they're planning for it. And, they don't know what their business is worth. So we do business valuation. They don't know how to grow their business. So we help them build a business plan. It's an interactive business plan that'll actually compare their forecast to their monthly QuickBooks, if you will. We've got a whole system for that. So love to answer any questions. I might be able to do that looking at chat, or is that something
I'll
you
read
can
them
do?
off. Yeah, I'll read them off for you, Earl. Just one quick thought that came to mind for me too is like the baby boomer is the biggest generation ever. I think up until this new generation that came out, I think is going to surpass them, I recently heard. But the baby boomers, they're downsizing and they're selling businesses. So like there's a lot of opportunity here. I have a question I wrote down and then I'll read the questions here in the chat. Does this work for franchisees, someone that has a franchise?
Yes. Yeah,
Okay.
we have over 200 franchises that we represent, that we help people either find buyers for. We also find businesses that want to become a franchise, AJ. And so we have a development system for businesses that want to franchise. So whether it's a franchise that wants to sell, whether it's somebody that wants to buy a franchise, or if it's someone that wants to develop a franchise, we work with all those things, and there's significant revenue to be generated at that 20% on all of those things.
Would it make sense if I have a client that I sold their house and say they're the owner of a Great Clips, haircutting place, and
Yep.
and I call them and I say, hey, this is my script, just like curiosity, have you ever thought about growing, your Great Clips franchise?
Yep.
Like, are you looking to acquire additional ones? Should they get on the call with you before they do that? Is there a play there as well?
100%, yeah, because we have Great Clips is one of those 200 as an example. You picked a perfect one. We actually have the sellers. We know who the sellers are across the country on Great Clips, and we have 200 of them like that.
Cool. That's
so
awesome.
If they're wanting to sell, we know who the buyer is right away. If they're wanting to buy more, we know where they can find additional opportunities.
That's amazing, because I know true business people, they're not trying to just buy one Great Clips. They're trying to buy 10 or Jiffy Lubes. They want to own 20 because each one only spins off maybe 50, 100 grand a year top. So they're trying to get multiple to really build wealth. So that's really cool. Darren, you have your hand up, so I'll bring it over to you.
Yeah. Hey, Earl, thank you so much for bringing this information to us today. This is freaking amazing. I actually know 2 dentist offices right now that are wanting to sell their practice. Here's a question for you though. Is there a volume threshold as far as the size of their business that would benefit you or that wouldn't benefit you, as far as like if they're just a small business?
Yeah, so we have created a systemization in what we do that smaller businesses we can handle. Used to be we only went after those that are about $1 million and bigger, but now we really work with just about any business. And what we also find is we have corporate buyers, we have private equity, we have individual buyers. So dentist, by the way, is one of our specialties. That's something we do all the time. So we should be talking very, very soon. What was your name again?
Darren Isaac.
Darren Isaac. I will remember that name. Please go to the landing page, put your name in there, and also please join our course, because I'll show you how you can go from 2 dentist offices to 20 just because you know 2.
Okay. Right. You're on.
Cool.
Well, awesome. Very cool. Looks like you're on Gene Frederick's yacht too there, by the way.
That's good.
I love that background.
That's my vision board, baby.
I love it. That's what I'm talking about.
That's awesome.
You got that. Kathy asked, you may have answered this already, but do you need to be licensed to get to 20%? Or is that to us directly?
So what's the question? Do you have to be real estate licensed?
Yeah, Kathy, maybe clarify if you want to unmute yourself.
Yes, I saw that. Well, if you're giving a referral out, is it because we are real estate agents that you can pay us that?
No, I mean, we can give referral fees to anyone, regardless of whether they're licensed, because we've done that in the past. But under the EXP, we're learning the rules. I do believe that their desired outcome is that, each organization that we work with is real estate licensed. That's what I believe. But I'm new to this in terms of EXP and all their rules. in general, in business brokerage, there's 17 states that require real estate and 33 do not. So there's a lot of business brokers that are not real estate licensed. So I have to figure out how that all works with EXP, but we're in process. I've been working with James Wong for over 12 months now, figuring out how business brokerage should be implemented in EXP. We're working together. Good question.
And for those of you guys that don't know, James Wong is president of EXP Commercial. So this is a brand new program, and they've been working on it a long time. So definitely still some details to be hammered out, but it's live and ready to rock. So referrals can start coming in. So Rosemary, the link Eric Chapman posted, empoweredbusinessbrokers.com, is the same thing as that QR code. So it's in there in the chat, empoweredbusinessbrokers.com. Just click it in the chat. That will get you to the landing page that Earl mentioned. Everyone's loving it. Matthew Taylor says they've been asked before, can you sell the business? Had to say no. So now he can say yes. I also helped the dentist relocate from Phoenix to Cottonwood, Arizona. And he'll reach out to that past client. Very cool. Good job, Matthew.
And if you're a residential real estate and you can't participate on the commercial side because you just don't have that knowledge or skill set or understanding, we don't want lawsuits on commercial real estate or business brokerage. So that's why you want to work with those that are able to do those things. That's really important. That's one of the things James always wants to be sure we talk about.
Awesome. I'm going to read one question to come to you, Jeff. So Kathy said again, so what if someone refers you a person that has referrals for you? Do they get
that's something that can be worked out in the sense that I'm going to pay you 20%. What you decide to do with that 20%, you can share it with others. And I'll show you how to do that where it works, because we've done that on many occasions. So, good question.
So there's 20% to be referred, and it could be potentially negotiated into something like that. So
yeah, I mean, you might have 10 people that you have a 10-10 relationship with, instead of you doing 5 yourself, and it comes out the same way, right?
All right, Jeff, what do you got, bud?
Hey, so guys, a couple things to think about. Number one, you guys are all entrepreneurs, so I'm sure your wheels are turning right now. Like, how could I set up a flow, a funnel of people that are looking for what Earl and his team offer? So just be thinking that. Number two, you remember on our production mastermind, we had Amanda Gordon that went from 25 to 100 transactions. What did she do? She went and introduced herself to businesses. Now you've got a conversation to begin that. So we're now talking about your real estate deals as well. The number three, I've already begun to talk to potential recruits, prospects that, hey, have you ever heard of business brokerage? Well, hey, at EXP, and talk about all of that. Real estate leads, real estate opportunities. A gal just went from 25 to 100. One of our team members just paid out a referral of over 900,000, almost 900,000 in one referral. So it's a great conversation for your agent attraction as well.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, I mean, this could be someone's whole niche is, now they're selling houses primarily to business owners with this, like, pretty cool. Pretty
when they
cool.
Sell their business, a lot of times they sell their house and buy a bigger house. A lot of times. Happens a lot.
Jeff, I don't know if you can work your magic, but if you can find that interview you just referenced on Production Mastermind, I know it was a recent one, and put that in the chat. That'd be cool for everyone to see. Because who wouldn't want to triple their production by talking to business owners?
Yeah, and that'll be in the 6-week course. That was one of the things I coached Jay and Michael on years ago.
And one of the cool things, if you guys haven't watched the wealth chart training video by Rob Flick, it's in the guides section under getting started. One of the initial ways he approached agent attraction, and I don't know if you guys just saw, but he was the #1 in total org size. However, you guys didn't see it because the alphas get the reports. However, I'll try to remember to start posting them in the group. So Brent Gove just passed Rob Flick for the #1 attractor in the company by like 30. Brent has like 19,381. Rob Flick has like 19,360 or whatever it is. But the wealth chart video was, his script was, he would go out and meet people, like business owners, successful people. If you saw someone that looked successful at the coffee shop, strike up a conversation. Hey, I'm new to the area. By any chance, do you have a great agent that I could have a chat with? You know, like, so he'd like wrap up every conversation like that, or start a conversation like that. So if you're going out and meeting business owners with the sole purpose to build your real estate sales business, but they happen to have an agent, what agent are you using? Like, successful business owners in general are probably networkers. They probably hang out with other successful agents or people in general. So they're going to probably have a good referral for you as well. So I love it from the attraction piece and the sales piece. Question from Zoom user: successful bakery with only 2 locations, would that be a good fit?
Absolutely.
Awesome. So sounds like if it's a business, it's a good fit, at least worth the conversation.
We have a number of different programs, everything from one-to-one to group programs, and some that are just getting people started. Our coaching can be anywhere from a one-time fee of $2,500 to as much as $180,000 a year, depending upon the size of the business.
Beautiful. Parsons says, someone looking to offload his car washes. So
Yep.
Get in touch with Earl. That'd be perfect. Do you got another question, Darren?
Yeah, I'm assuming, Earl, that this can be done in all 50 states. Can it also be done in other countries?
Yes. Yep. We have brokers in 14 other countries in the business brokerage side in our organization that will be coming to EXP. And then in addition to that, on the coaching side, we have unlimited. I've had clients in Australia, Indonesia, Israel, UK, Mexico, Canada, you name it.
Cool.
So that answers your question, Kathy, I believe. Rose May asks, if you help a business increase their revenue, what is the commitment, or is there a commitment for them to sell their business? Or can they just keep their business, but now they just tripled volume?
Yeah, they don't have to sell, but many of them want to when they realize the amount of money they'll get. But no, nobody ever has to sell. If you wanted to take a business that's making income of $250,000 to $1 million, and they just want to keep making that $1 million a year every year, certainly that's fine. They don't have to sell anything. They may even want to buy more businesses because of that profitability of $1 million plus a year.
Cool. Yeah. So to clear it up, if they start a coaching relationship, a consulting relationship with Earl and his partners, there's a referral fee on that. If they are just ready to sell, they can sell day one with Earl. There's a commission on that.
Right.
So there's a lot of avenues.
And if they want to buy additional businesses, there's a commission on that.
I would imagine a lot of small business owners may not even have an idea that this type of consulting exists. It's like real estate.
Right.
Not every real estate has a coach, but they should. A lot of them don't even know there's really a coaching industry out there, believe it or not. So
that's 100% right. I mean, we've coached a lot of real estate agents, and that's how I actually even learned about EXP, was through some of those connections.
Yep. Yeah. And Jeff posted too, if you guys are looking to list someone's house, but they have a business to sell first, like that relationship doesn't get taken by the business advisors. You keep the real estate transactions, they do the business transactions.
Yeah, it's very important to us that whatever you normally generate your income from in the real estate world, we're not involved in that at all. We do what we do, you do what you do, and we do what we're best at. That's how we work together.
Cool. Awesome. Yeah, this is just really another tool in the tool belt, guys. I know a lot of agents will go out there for their YouTube channels or Facebook Lives, and they'll be interviewing business owners locally to try to have that business owner share that video on their page, right? So they get more free exposure in their local market to get more clients, which is already a great strategy. But now you have this additional tool in your tool belt. So just be thinking, how can you use this to build your real estate sales business, to attract agents, and also create an additional stream of income for you. I think that everyone should go through the free course. It's 6 weeks, starts in September. What day, do you know offhand what day of the week those are and what time?
Yeah, it's Tuesday mornings at 10 a.m. Eastern time and
Okay.
Thursday afternoons at 4 o'clock Eastern time,
Perfect.
giving people 2 different options. And you will not have to wait 6 weeks to get results. At the end of every week session, you're going to have some very clear application. What can you do to work with business owners right away? Every week, you're going to build momentum. Most of you will be able to probably create 5 referral opportunities for yourself as a result of going through the course. Everyone, I've coached coaches on this course. It's really going to help you.
Love it. I love it. I've had the chance to spend a lot of time with Earl over the last 1+ years, and most recently in San Antonio. I sat right next to Earl, and we shared a meal with Jeff and his group. And Earl's the real deal. Great guy, great partners. These people really, they care. You know, it's just not about the business brokerage side of it. It's they're really trying to do what's best by their clients. They're trying to serve. They lead with that servant mindset and attitude. So just, you know, you can trust through me and through Earl that they're going to take good care of your clients, because it's a big deal when you refer someone into that relationship, and it's not taken lightly. So we'll wrap it up with Darren. Yeah, and maybe another question, and then make sure you guys sign up for the 6 weeks course. And 2 guys, save that link. And if you have agents in your EXP organization, heck, can non-EXP agents do this?
Yeah, they can. What we've said, if they're not an EXP agent, is you know, we'll probably do 10% with non-EXP because we want them to be EXP.
Cool. Awesome. So there you guys go. That's another attraction tool. If you have agents that you're friends with from your old KW, Remax office, whatever, if you want to invite them to the 6 weeks training as a touch point, it's only gonna be a 10% referral, it sounds like, but that's just another touch point you can have, add value, invite your agent partners, invite, you know, your team members, anyone that you think that you can invite. It's just another value add. So good stuff. All right, Darren.
Earl, I want to call my 2 dentist offices tomorrow. Is there a way I could get like a quick script or something to have a dialogue with them before the training?
Yeah. Can you, do you have time you could talk to me for 15 minutes before you call them?
Yes.
Okay. Text me 785-414-0237. I know I just told 100 people to text me, but that's okay. That's okay. But you text me, and as soon as I've got, and you've got 15 minutes, I'll talk to you, because that's important. I will share with you, our process is normally we would move from a 10-minute conversation to you and I touching base with them for 30 minutes so you can learn how I do it. And then in that 30 minutes, we offer a complimentary session with them, a consultation. That's how we work. All right.
Cool. Awesome. That's great, Earl. Well, thanks for coming on. I think this was tons of value. Everyone, it sounds like it really appreciated it. And now we're ready to go out into the marketplace and sell some more houses and attract more agents because of it. And who knows, make a multiple 6-figure additional stream of income because of this new information.
Let's do it.
Awesome. Cool. See you guys. Thanks for being on.
Thanks, everyone. Really appreciated meeting with you. Take care.